Hey everyone, welcome to the Soul on Fire show. It has been a minute since we have been live. I am so grateful to be back. I have been traveling to an amazing conference in New York City, and I found this magical gem that I'm going to bring to you today. His name is Trey Roth. So sit tight, guys, because we are going to have an incredible show. Thank you so much for being here live. Thank you for being on the replay, because we are going to take you into your yay moments. And what do I mean by yay moments? Yay is a way of life. It is expression of fun. It is expression of bliss. And Trey Roth is a magical man that I met in New York. I actually met him about a month and a half ago, and we're in this group together called the Super Connected Media Group. And it's a PR group. And he is going to change your life, guys, because he's going to show you how to live in the vibration of being happy. It is so incredible and so wonderful. Trey Roth is a singer-songwriter, and he is actually a producer, but even more so, he's a serial entrepreneur. And he has literally taken this beautiful technology and made it into a network. And what it is now is he is a serial entrepreneur of Yaystack. And I'm going to bring him on and tell you what Yaystack is, because you guys are going to be blown away. This is a magical experience, allowing you to be happy and allowing you to live your best life. And that's what we do on this show, Soul on Fire, is we set our soul on fire and we ignite the passion within. So sit tight, grab a cup of coffee, and get cozy, guys, because we are going to have some fun today. I'm going to bring Trey on right now, and stay till the end, because if you have any questions, post them in the comments and we'll have him answer the questions for you guys. So here we bring on Trey. Hey Trey, how are you?
Hey Noelle, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm so good. Oh my God, it's so grateful that you're here. So we're just coming off this magical high of New York City, right?
Absolutely,
It was so
fantastic.
incredible.
Yes.
I knew in the moment that we got on the phone call a couple of months ago that I literally had to have you on my show, because your vibration is so high. You are so positive, and you are seriously, I said this to you in New York, you're golden, right? And so Trey,
I remember. Thank you.
Tell us who you are. Tell our audience what you do, because you just bring me joy and everyone joy that you touch. So.
Thank you so much, Noelle. I appreciate those yay vibes. You've got some great yay vibes going. So I'm Trey Roth. I'm the founder and CEO of Yaystack. And at Yaystack, we help growth-oriented people immediately find trusted, authentic, powerful referrals and recommendations from people they know and trust. It's the best finds from your best friends, so that you can elevate your life yay by yay, day by day. That's what we're all about.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So tell us a little bit more about what that is, because that is such a different, it's not the norm, right? It's your key line is it's like TikTok except networking, right? So
it's TikTok for referrals and recommendations. Yeah, every post is a yay. So just like people pin their interests on Pinterest, and so you see all these pin boards of people's interests, like Noelle's interests are good, but her yays that she stacks, so what she actually recommends, hey, I recommend this go-to order at this go-to restaurant. I recommend this book. I recommend this movie. I recommend this anything, everything, a product, a service, a mindset, a practice, whatever it is. When you actually recommend it, it's a yay. That stacks such that you can basically search for anything. You do that for your friends, and when your friends do that for you, Noelle, now you have the best finds from your best friends, and you can search for just about anything. And instead of seeing what the strangers say on Yelp and Google reviews and Amazon reviews, you're dealing with strangers. Who are these people? Are they bots? Can I trust them? Are they like me? Now you can search for just about anything, and you get not just one or a few, but you get a bunch of referrals and recommendations from people that you know and trust. So that's what we're all about.
Wow, that's incredible and actually genius, right? Did you think of that idea, or did you come up with it? Or I mean, I know you're creative, so tell me a little bit about your story, because your story, when you told me your story, it really like melted my heart, and it's one of the most powerful things. It just gave me chills. So tell me a little bit about your story and how you got to this crazy high vibe platform that you have.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Noelle. Well, something happened to me early on in life. So I actually, my dad was an air traffic controller. He was restationed. We moved to a new town and went to a playground. Now, this is like, I was a child. So it was the summer between 3rd and 4th grade. Go to this playground, and I see this girl, and the clouds part and the sun shines through right on her, and I fall madly in love. Well, she did not. I was overweight, I had a mullet, my teeth were all over the place, so I just was a mute. Actually, Cricket on the baseball team called me Vampire Kid because my teeth stuck out in a certain way. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm just not going to talk. I was super self-conscious. But I had this crush on this girl, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, same crush, same girl. But I was very much in the friend zone, Noelle. So then I remember having a moment. I was looking in the mirror and I just had this moment of realization that, it was just not in the cards for me. It just wasn't going to work out. But then I was 51% decided to do something about it. And I start running. And I ran from midnight to 2 a.m. every night of 8th grade. And I lost a bunch of weight. I grew a foot taller. I read How to Win Friends and Influence People, which had a profound impact on my life. I got braces. I started smiling. I started talking to people, started to build up some confidence. And finally, I'm 14 years old. She's 15. It's the beginning of 9th grade. Same girl, same crush. And I finally, after all these years, ask her out. And she says, yes. And so we go on another date and another date. And we date for 7.5 years to the day of our wedding. And now we have 14 years of marriage and 4 beautiful children. So I tell you that, Nicole, to say seemingly impossible dreams do become reality. And so whatever your seemingly impossible dream is, don't stop believing, keep working hard, honor your process, and watch your seemingly impossible dream become reality.
Wow. Every love should be like your love, really. I mean, that's every girl's dream, right? I love that so much. Not only is that a love story, which is great TV, so thank you very much, but also
it's the truth.
There's a self-improvement piece in there that is so key. And let's talk about that, because it's not just this romance of, yes, and this show, we do talk about soulmates and soul contracts, and you guys chose each other before you jumped in, for sure, super vibrational. And on another note, there's a whole empowerment in that movement right there, right? So the little boy that was chubby with not so great teeth and really felt deflated, and you actually took action towards that. So let's talk about that, because that's such a huge component in the story, right? You take that out, and what if you didn't do that, what do you think would have happened?
Oh yeah, my life would be totally different. Totally different. I mean, I adore my wife and I adore my children and I adore my life. I cherish my life. And I look back and I realize that if I didn't have that story of becoming, if I didn't have the pain of going without, that the connection that I have with my wife and the appreciation I have for not only her, but my entire life, it just wouldn't exist outside of the pain of going without. So in my experience, Noelle, the pain of going without something that you want deeply for a long period of time, and what you have to go through in order to ultimately earn whatever it is. I mean, for me, it's like, of course, she's not going to pay me attention. I'm not talking. I'm not going up to her. I'm not even like giving it a shot. But the story of becoming and the journey of going through that pain, I've just realized, Noelle, that the lowest of lows do make the highest of highs that much higher. Like if everything was good, great, and wonderful, we wouldn't know it without their counterparts. And so those who experience the lowest of lows have the capacity to experience the highest of highs because the contrast is greater. So honor your process, honor the struggle, the going without, and know that it is fueling the gratitude that you'll have and the appreciation that you'll have, and the character that you will have built. It makes me think of Les Brown. He says, there are bad days, there are character building days. And it's like, well, I've had a lot of character building days. So honor your process and keep the faith, because you will be so glad that you went through everything that you're going through, because it is that pain itself is what's fueling the pleasure ahead of you. So keep going, you will experience it.
That is magical. What you just said that right there. And you know my story, and so does all of my viewers, is that, I lived a life of polarity. And when you have that polarity, you understand, like, from the abuse to the deep love, or to the poverty to the wellness, you understand the gratitude. So let's talk about gratitude, because gratitude is such a key component of your business. It's such, you in person you're magical, across any stream that we're on, but in person, you truly, I don't know that there was anybody in that room that was more grateful than you. And
Well,
you
thank you.
really, you were from your soul, so much gratitude. And let's talk about gratitude and how that ties into your movement that you have.
I appreciate that. So with gratitude, that's a major part of living the Yay life. It's a big reason I have Yay on my head right now. The most impactful thing I can share right now. Great to see you, Tina. The most impactful, easiest thing I could possibly share with you right now is a practice that I do, a gratitude practice that takes only a few seconds. It can take 5 seconds to a full minute if you'd like. But every day for several years now, every morning, I'll wake up, and the very first act of my day, Noelle, is an act of what I call hyper-focused gratitude. Hyper-focused gratitude. So it's not just general gratitude, it is hyper-focused. So I'll explain. As soon as I wake up, I've done this for years. I did it this morning. I did it yesterday morning, the morning before that. Like, I do it without fail. It's just automatic. It's very easy, and I highly recommend you do what I'm about to tell you, because it's the practice that fuels the greatest joy moving forward, what I'm about to share. I'll wake up every morning, and I'll open my eyes, and it's kind of like the opening scene of a movie that I'm still in. Super grateful, because one day I won't have that experience. One day I won't open my eyes, and I won't have the ability to go out and do whatever it is I'm going to do, or face the problems that I'm facing for that day. We all have problems. You've got problems. I've got problems. We all have problems. We're not exempt. So I'll open my eyes. I realize I'm awake. Then I'll close my eyes back. I'll put my hand on my chest. I'll take a deep breath. And I'll pay attention, Noelle, to the air that's filling my lungs. And then the air that's leaving my lungs. And I'll pay attention. I'll bring my conscious awareness to that breath. And I express gratitude, not for breathing in general. I count that breath, and I recognize in my conscious awareness that that breath is numbered. One day I'm not going to have another. How often do we think about our breath that's giving us life itself? We don't think about it. That's like from the moment you were born to now, like, you have not stopped breathing. And so it's the first thing that we take for granted because of hedonistic adaptation and the law of familiarity. We just don't think about our breathing. But I do. Every morning I think about at least one. And I'll express deep gratitude to who I believe is the giver of that breath. People can express gratitude to whatever. I understand different belief systems. To me, there's a giver of the breath. I thank the giver of that breath. And I am so filled with gratitude. And I have lines like this morning, and a line that went through my head when I was focused on that breath is, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm still here. And that's a good thing. And I've actually, and sometimes I'll step it up. A way you can step it up is you can actually stay there in the moment and focus on the next breath that's to come, and realize that breath is in my future. It's not here yet, but when it arrives, it will be giving me my life itself. And watch that breath go from your future to your present, giving you the very life you live, and then leaving all very quickly. And when you focus your mind, Noelle, on there it is in the future, it's coming. Here it is, giving me life. There it goes. It's gone.
Beautiful.
When you have that kind of awareness of how wonderful your life is in that moment and how precious that breath is in that moment, giving you life, coming, giving you life, leaving so quickly, it brings you into the present moment. And it is a wonderful first domino to fall that positively impacts every domino that is to fall. It properly places your perspective on all your problems. That's a lot of P's, but it really does position everything else that happens from there. It's like you at least acknowledge, hey, I'm alive. And another way, Noelle, that you can step it up is you can think about, and this is something I've done it so long now that I now have this strange awareness. Now, this strange awareness I'm going to share with, I believe that you and your viewers can hang with this. So I'm going to share, it's strange, but it's incredibly powerful what I'm about to share. Another level of hyper-focused gratitude first thing in the morning. Doesn't take very much time at all, seconds. But it's the first domino that falls in your day. The first act of your day is hyper-focused gratitude. The next way to level it up, if you want to take it to another level, is you can think about this moment and that breath through the eyes of your oldest self. When it is, yes, practices fueling joy is music to my ears. Absolutely, Monica, you're 100% right. Basically, you see the moment that you're there starting your day, and you see it through the eyes of your oldest self. What I mean by that is one day is going to be your last day. Newsflash, you're going to have a lot. And I do believe, because this has become such a meaningful practice that I've done for maybe 10 years now or so, every day, 365. I now can see that, I strongly believe that on my last day, I will do this. I will take that breath. I'll acknowledge it. I'll express gratitude for it. And then on that day, one of my greatest wishes, if not my greatest wish, would be, oh my goodness, if I could go back to that day when I was this old, my kids were this young, I would actually say, when I was that young, when my kids were that young, when I was dealing with those problems, when I was in that season of life, but that day, man, I wish I could go back to that day. How would I feel? How would I act if I could wake up and it be that day? In this case, at the time of this recording, it is Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. And I'm here with Noelle. Man, if I could just go back to November 3rd, 2021 and be here with Noelle, oh my goodness, how would I act in every moment of that day? How would I interact with my problems? How would I interact with my loved ones? How would I act? What would I see? How would I feel? And then what would I think about myself? Hopefully my last day is a long time from now. I really hope that's the case. And if that's the case, then I'd say, man, Trey, you good looking guy. You're so young and good looking. Oh my gosh. Look at that hair. Truly, so like, let's be real. Like, I'm just being real. Like,
I love that. It's so good.
We are all so young hopefully compared to the oldest versions of ourselves. So when we see ourselves that way, like I held my youngest son, Denver. I've got a daughter and 3 boys. Yeah, I appreciate it. So Denver, he's hilarious. And he came and hopped in bed, and I held him and I acknowledged, when it is my last day, I'm going to remember when Denver wasn't 6'5", like his uncles or whatever. And I can actually hold him like this. And when I see through the eyes of my oldest self, goodness gracious, like I feel basically what's happening, Noelle, is I'm aware of what I have when I have it. That to me is living the yay life. That to me is the bliss that you can feel looking back and say, you know what? I knew what I had when I had it. I didn't have to lose it. I was aware of the alternatives. I was present in that moment, and I was able to savor my moments very, very well. So these are all practices and paradigms to truly appreciate every moment of your life. And I'm actually getting better at it, and I'm increasing in joy. I'm joyful now, but I'm getting, joy begets joy. And you know how time is relative, how if you're having a bad time, it's glacial. If you're having a great time, it's super fast. I'm having a great time, and my kids, I've got 4 kids growing like weeds. I know how fast time is flying. So for me, I am living moment by moment. And I'm just saying, oh my goodness, of all the 7.8 billion people I could be with right now, I'm with Noelle. Of all the things that could be happening right now, I acknowledge, yes, thank you. I acknowledge that anything that's actually happening in my present moment is one in infinity. And if life isn't happening to us but for us, then anything else of the infinite number of things that could be happening, given different circumstances or different decisions, none of those things are happening except that which is. And therefore, I can love what is. I can love what is, and I can treat it according to the truth of how it really is one in infinity. Like this moment right here, I could have shut up a minute ago, but I have to get to this point. This moment, whatever the moment, anybody that can hear me right now, this moment is one in infinity, and it is for you. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Know that this moment is for you and none other is. And it is for you with love.
Oh my God. See, guys, I told you he was magical, right? I'm so grateful for you, Trey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a beautiful way to describe gratitude and bringing in the moment and pulling yourself into the future self, knowing that there's a better version of yourself or an older version of yourself that you can go tap into. It goes into the quantum, it goes into time, space, reality, and you talk into your divine, right? What a beautiful gift that was. Oh my gosh. We have to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to find out what brings you so much joy, because you live in joy. And seriously, that was magical, guys. I told you he was magical. So thank you for that. And what a beautiful, you just encompassed really the like presence, right? Presence, not just, oh, be present, but presence. You encompassed that. And that was so wonderful. So thank you for that. We will be right back, guys. I have to take a quick commercial. We're a little over today, but it's so much gold in here. So I wanted you to keep going. We'll be right back, guys. Today's show is sponsored by my show, Noelle Agape Global. And this is where we set your soul on fire and ignite the passion within. We will be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here on the Soul on Fire show. We are so excited today because we have magical Trey Roth, and he is actually allowing your soul to understand what it is to be in present moment and to live in gratitude and live in your yay moments. He is the founder of Yaystack, and it is one of the most brilliant things that I've heard of lately. And so, Trey, tell us again what Yaystack is, just so we touch on it, and then we're going to go over what brings you joy. We want to know what brings you joy, because you went into how to get joy, but we want to know what brings you joy.
I appreciate that, Noelle. Thank you so very much. So Yaystack is a referral and recommendation platform. It's all yays. It's no nays. It is explicitly, unashamedly, and celebratorily. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to use it.
I love that word.
Positive. It's positive. And it's if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. It's, hey, what do you recommend? Why do you recommend it? What do you like? Why do you like it? Let me experience that enthusiasm and theos, godlike enthusiasm. That's the core of the word enthusiasm. I mean, goodness gracious, like, what is Noelle enthusiastic about? What is she celebrating? I want to know. I can check out her other content on other platforms. I can follow her in different ways, but that's, and I love it. Great content. However, these are specifically referrals and recommendations. If it's a referral or recommendation, if you advocate it, if you're recommending it, then by all means, there's a place for it on Yaystack. If it's not that, there's not a place for it on Yaystack. So all yays, no nays. So it's basically a way to celebrate life well with those you love.
What a beautiful conscious way of bringing the collective together, right? My belief is when two or more come together, right? And I truly believe that is such an incredible thing is that we get to together we rise. And you and I have talked about this, is that you can't do it alone. And being an entrepreneur is a journey in itself, right? It's a journey in itself. And when you understand that there's a support system for you, you feel loved when you feel supported, right? And so that is such a beautiful platform that is conscious, and it is like no negativity at all, yet it is still very business oriented, where it is completely a positive, thing where you can collaborate with other people and truly bring your brand and business to the next level with that. That's amazing.
100%. I love how you articulate it. It's funny hearing other people's words because they're different from the words I use, even though I've shared about it so much. So I always enjoy that. And I'm happy to and excited to share a bit of the story about where it came from. But quickly, I want to first go into why we do what we do. So,
well, first I want to ask you a question. What brings you joy? And then go
what
into
brings me joy.
What
Oh, my goodness.
allowed you the joy to create this, because it had to be created from joy, because this is such a high vibration place, right? So start with what brings you joy, and then how you had joy to create this.
It's funny because I'm getting a flood of answers of how I can answer that. One of the answers is the magic and the miracle of the seemingly mundane moment. The magic and the miracle of the seemingly mundane moment. So there's a line that Tony Robbins uses a lot, which is that the quality of our lives, Noelle, is nothing more than the quality of our emotions. The quality of our lives is nothing more than the quality of our emotions. Well, the quality of our emotions are very largely determined by the quality of our thoughts, of which we have control mostly. And so it's really a matter of focus. So whatever we focus on, we're going to feel, and whatever we're looking for, we're going to find, then we're going to feel. So the way we say it is, seek and ye shall find.
Love that.
Find and ye shall feel. Seek and ye shall find and ye shall feel. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel your worst, or do you want to feel your best? You want to feel amazing, right? So look for the amazing. You will find what you're looking for, especially with yourself. You can only have that which you have to give. So my encouragement to everybody that can hear me right now, oh my goodness, please, please, please do this. This is the reason I wear a yay on my head. Please look for the best in yourself. Please look for the best in yourself, because guess what? You're gonna find it. You're gonna feel it. Then you can give that gift to others. So it makes me think of Kim, South African missionary. She buys cows and then she feeds them, or she basically feeds villages. And she's very, very adventurous. And so she goes out with, she goes paragliding with somebody in Terda. Yeah, yay. So very, very adventurous. So here's where the story kind of takes a turn. She unfortunately hit the side of a mountain, and they both died on impact. We've been family friends with her for a long time, and her father asked me to play piano at her funeral. So I'm playing piano at her funeral, and I mean, over 1,000 people show up. She had tremendous impact and still has tremendous impact through her legacy. And I listened, Noelle, to what her friends and her family were saying about Kim. And it can be summed up. I noticed a theme between everybody that shared about her. The theme was summed up well by one of her friends. She said, when Kim saw you, she made you feel like she found treasure. When Kim saw you, she made you feel like she just found treasure. Now, what I realized, Noelle, is that Kim knew that she herself was treasure. She knew that. And therefore she had the ability, which is the truth. And therefore she had the ability to give that gift to others. And so I ask you, are you giving yourself that gift of knowing the truth that you yourself are treasure? And then are you giving that gift to others? Are you making them feel like the treasure that they are? Because as we know with Maya Angelou, a quote that's going around a lot in our community, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So how are you making people feel around you? Pause. How are you making people feel around you? Please look for the best. Seek and you shall find and ye shall feel. Look for the best in yourself. Find it, feel it, give that gift to others, and they will remember that. What a wonderful part of Kim's legacy. So you talk about what sparks joy. How do you find joy? Yes, in the magic and the miracle of the seemingly mundane moment, but also in the joy that's found through others that make you feel like the treasure that you are. Be that light, give that treasure to yourself so that you can give that treasure to others.
And you really do emanate that out to the world. And this is, I mean, you are so, everything you're speaking is so authentic. And I know you from being in person with you the last couple days, and it's so authentic. And I love that so much. So thank you for bringing that gift to the world. And I'm sorry that your
100%.
friend passed, but her spirit is actually, such a high vibration that it is carrying on legacies, right? And this is why you created your company from that space? Is that what?
I'd already created my company at that point. But what happened with Yaystack, and I appreciate you bringing that up, Noelle, is that I was very scared when I was back in college. I was working at a large retail store. I'll just say that. And
you can say it. We'll get him sponsored.
Yeah, exactly. So I was working at the store, and it was my last day. And I remember the general manager, all right, guys, it's Trey's last day. He's going to go be a music producer. And I kid you not, they laughed. And I thought, okay, I'm scared enough as it is. And now I'm literally getting laughed at by these people that I've worked with for the past 2 years that I thought were my friends. Well, the first 3 years of producing, I was getting my sea legs. The next 4 years went quite well. Super grateful for that. And ultimately, my business grew entirely through word of mouth referrals. But I noticed a problem with how they were sharing it. If they were sharing in person, it only existed between those two parties. They parted ways, and it was gone. It just disappeared. It was getting lost in the noise. If they shared about me on Facebook, it would disappear at the bottom of an endless feed, lost. Instagram stories, ephemeral, disappears after 24 hours. It's lost. And I just knew there must be a better way to give and receive referrals and recommendations. And so, so the divine download came, and I knew that idea, that the social network exists with Facebook, the professional network exists with LinkedIn, the referral network where we share what we like and why. I knew that was coming, and so that's what we're doing. So we're on mission to make the world a more positive place, yay by yay, day by day, to help people live their best lives, and to help people live their best lives through authentic, powerful referrals and recommendations, right? That is the why behind Noelle giving a recommendation. She wants to be of service. She wants to be of value. She wants to be helpful. And that's why Noelle would ever look for a recommendation. She wants to live her best life, and she has a trusted source that can help her do that. So that's what we're all about. And I appreciate you asking about it.
I mean, it's so conscious and so beautiful. It really is collaboration and collective collaboration at the, and beautiful conscious collective collaboration. So let's talk about, you said two big words. You said fear and commitment and dedication. And so moving through the fear in the entrepreneur journey, this is one platform that actually eliminates that, because it's not a negative space, right? But let's talk about that, because in our world, right, it's a big world, and there's a lot of fear, and in anybody's world there's fear, right? But especially if you're speaking and using your voice, right, that's where fear comes in. And I've been doing this for 20 years, and I still have fears that come up. And so let's talk about one of the things that I think is really your pocket of genius, and I want to talk about the difference between zone of genius and getting stuck there, and your pocket of genius, but moving through the fear from the comfort zone, and then staying and talking to your subconscious and allowing yourself to move through that present moment into the future. How would you do that, or what would you tell our audience about that?
I appreciate that. So I went from well over 10,000 hours making music with my life to 0 milliseconds in tech. But what I had done was I had fasted and prayed for 7 weeks. And I knew after that experience, after that process, that it was a new calling. And I thought that music was forever. If you told me that I was going to do something other than music, I would have said, you're crazy. But be open-minded to new callings, because that's been my journey, my experience. So yes, it has not been cheap, quick, or easy. I didn't think it would be. I just didn't know how right I was about that.
Same. That's awesome.
So the journey has been quite gnarly, and my wife and I have gone through things that I wouldn't wish on anybody to ever experience. And I can say that the lowest of lows is when, I don't know if anybody listening has ever like been, not just experienced no money, but going without money for an extended period of time. We have, and it was terrible. And I just remember driving back south from Atlanta from a pitch, and we were desperate. We needed that pitch to go well, or at least the results of it, right? Ultimately, it didn't go through. Of all the yays, that was a nay, and the quantity of the nays have certainly exceeded the yays. However, one yay has made amends for 1,000 nays, for what it's worth. So I'm back home. I've already borrowed from my mother. I've borrowed from multiple friends just to make ends meet. And I'm literally handing my last $5 bill to the sweet lady behind the counter at McDonald's to buy as many nuggets as $5 would buy for my small kids, just for the protein, just for the quantity, because I knew I could get a large amount of nuggets. And when I gave this sweet girl my last $5 bill, I realized this sweet little girl has more money than I do. And I've got this suit on, and I'm like over here, like, man, I hope I've got enough gas to get home. And I step back and I'm waiting for my nuggets to feed my kids, hoping that the protein lasts. And I realized everybody in this restaurant has more money than I have. And I remember that night I walked across the street into a cul-de-sac, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and I just collapsed in the middle of the cul-de-sac, weeping, crying, desperate. Not just being without money, but having been without money for months. We could have stopped, and we actually prayed for a sign. And right after we did that, this was after that, my wife and I were on our back porch. These two geese were flying very quickly, very low overhead, right after we prayed that. And we look up, and one's kind of trailing the other. We looked up what that meant, and what had happened was one of the geese had been injured and was either going to die or make it, and another stayed back behind to see if it died or if it would live. And so it lived, and so therefore they both were hauling it back to the rest of the flock. We took that as a sign to keep going.
I love that.
And we did. And right after that, Noelle, we had an A-list athlete invest 6 figures, and then we raised over $1 million. And now we've got a global Yay team, and we're building the #1 recommendation platform in the world is our vision, and making the world a more positive place, yay by yay, day by day. So make it through the lows. Yeah.
You are such a beautiful soul, and thank you for sharing that and being so vulnerable on national television. But I honor you because I've been in that space as well. And it's being a parent in that space is one of the toughest, I think, in your life, because I think as adults, we could be like, we can make it through, we're good. But when it's our babies, right? And so let's talk about your faith in that moment where you knew that there was a higher power than you.
100%. So it comes from an experience, many experiences, but the one that comes to mind that I feel prompted to share was in high school. I go and I'm in a little plane, 4-man plane. It's just the two of us. It's my buddy Eric piloting the plane. It's a Cessna, and I'm just hanging out. So we go up, we get to full altitude, and Noelle, the plane is out of control. The wind is like super strong, and the gusts are throwing the plane all over the place. So I look over at Eric, and I could tell by the expression on his face, he does not have control of this plane, and we are in trouble. So we turn back around to get back to the runway. We're coming down, and we've got about 15 feet between us and the runway. And a gust of wind, Noelle, grabs the nose of the plane and slams us down into the runway. We bounce up with a violence, and a gust of wind grabs the left wing, and we go off the right side of the runway into the field. Now, when this is happening, whatever is happening biochemically, it is in slow motion. It is very much in slow motion. And I thought the plane was going to barrel roll and I was going to die. When I had this thought, a line went through my head. I'm out. This is it. The plane's about to barrel roll. I'm about to die. When I thought that, my entire body completely relaxed.
Yay.
And amidst a moment of just greatest turbulence, facing my death, or so I thought, I had the most serene moment of my life. And I look back on that moment, Noelle, and I realize a few things. One, I don't have all the answers, but I have ownership of my faith, so much so that I can face death with serenity and confidence. And the ownership of your faith is so important. How are you journeying moment by moment? Where's your ownership of faith? That's one way I'd phrase it. And so another thing I realized is I could have been gone in that moment, but this moment here with you, Noelle, and with you, the audience, this was meant to be. And this is something that I am going to acknowledge, the truth of how wonderful it is. And I feel prompted to end it with this. Proximity, in my experience, proximity to truth is proximity to love and joy. If you're experiencing something other than love and joy, there is a distance from the truth of how wonderful you are and how wonderful your life is. So proximity to truth is proximity to love and joy. So the closer you get to truth, the more your joy expands. So you think you're happy now? You think I'm happy now? Talk to us in 5 years. Let's get happier and happier and more joyful and joyful every day, because we're waking up the most experienced versions of ourselves every single day, the most experienced and wise, and the wiser we become, the closer to joy or truth we become, and therefore the more our joy expands. So expect the very best. Again, why I've got a yay on my head. Celebrate well. And please, join us. By the way, be part of Yaystack, and be part.
We're going to take a commercial, and then I'm going to let you go completely into that, because we're over on the commercial. But you are magnificent. Thank you so much for allowing people into your soul to see that from the darkness you can always have light, right? And that's what
100%
I've received from this. And guys, if you have not watched this, watch it on replay like 16 times, because it is beautiful and magical, and he will ignite your soul. We will be right back, and then he's going to tell us exactly how you can be part of his community, because this is a magical, conscious community that will change your life and change your business. Guys, we will be right back. Stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to the Soul on Fire show. We have magic happening today with Trey Roth, and he is not only is he a music producer, but in the past, but now he is the founder of Yaystack, and it is this beautiful conscious company, and it talks about bringing people joy and understanding how, as a collective, we can work together to truly build each other's businesses, build each other's lives, and change each other's lives in one moment. Trey, thank you for your magic for this hour. It's been incredible and so conscious. And for those that have been on the whole program, thank you for staying till the end. So Trey, tell us about the depth of your business and how can they be part of your business, and what does that look like, and how can people get in contact with you? Before we go there, I just want to I want to acknowledge really what it is that you're doing. It's such a beautiful conscious movement, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it
True.
out there. And it is the most conscious business plan that I have heard, working with others to not only bring them joy, but also inflate their business and inflate their wealth and inflate their life, and bring them to a place of abundance, right? And true abundance. And it's so positive. So talk about the mission of your company first, and then go from there.
100%. So the mission of our company is truly to help people live their best lives, and to help people live their best lives. That's one way that we say it. So although our goal is to build the #1 recommendation platform in the world, you think about the why behind recommendations. It's all about living our best lives, and helping other people do the same. So we're all about elevating your life, yay by yay, day by day. And it's really about trust, right? It's the best finds from your best friends, so that you don't have to deal with all the people that you don't know, but rather you can celebrate all the things big and small with those that you love and trust. So at Yaystack, the best way to be involved and to be a part of living the Yay life and helping others do the same, live the Yay life as well, is please email me, Trey@yaystack.co, put in the subject line, Yay. And then we will invite you to be part of our Yaystack version 3, so V3 launch. So we're launching a new version of our app based on everything that we've learned, and we're really, really excited about it. And we would love for you to be one of the very first to experience the new app. So simply email Trey@yaystack.co, put in the subject line, Yay. And if you want to put your name in there or any kind of note, go for it. And we would love to have you part of the Yaystack V3 launch coming up.
Beautiful, beautiful. So tell us a little bit, just for those that weren't watching, and if you didn't watch, go back and watch again. But tell us a little bit about like what a business could get from it and what a business could give from it, because it's definitely giving, receiving energy, right? It's a beautiful. I love that. It's so conscious. It's not like, oh, here, let me post on this so I can receive something. They're giving and receiving in the same breath, right?
True. So we do capitalize on, and we maximize authentic, non-sponsored referrals and recommendations, of course, because with compensation, it compromises the integrity of the authenticity, right? So it's like, okay, are they sharing this because they're getting a little discount or getting paid? It's like, no, we're all about authentic referrals and recommendations first. So with that, yes, with V3, when it's out, as a business owner, you can say, hey, look, if you're a real estate agent, you can say, hey, will you share with me on will you share about me on Yaystack and let me be your real estate agent that you recommend? What's Yaystack? Oh, well, it's a comprehensive list of all your referrals and recommendations, and there's a spot for your real estate agent or your lawyer or service provider or book,
quantum energy trainer,
or whatever. Yeah, quantum energy trainer, all of the above. So so you can have your community share about you, and they say, oh, what am I getting from it? I mean, it's really about authenticity. That's what we're really all about. And so there's the business side. If you're a business owner, please sign up and let us know that you're a business owner. As a consumer, you'll be able to share your recommendations, but truly the app is designed to curate the best finds from your best friends for you on an ongoing basis. So you'll see, and essentially you'll be getting powerful, awesome, life optimizing, positive referrals and recommendations on an ongoing basis from those you care about.
That's gold. That's like literally gold in a business. If anybody owns a business, they know referrals is like 90% of like your gold. So
it's what built my business. That's what happened. My business
too.
Grew all through word of mouth. And so that's what inspired it. Yeah.
Same. So Trey at Yaystack.co, not com. And please go there. And it is magical and experience. I'm going to go right after we get there, and I will link it in the bio as well. And on all the platforms, I'll make sure that everyone can see it. So Trey, the final takeaway for you, give us like a golden nugget that everybody needs in their life right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, so I know that we are wired to remember things that rhyme. So the thing that comes to mind is, and I wish I could show it to you, it's downstairs, but my oldest son, Maddox, made a little card that he drew, he colored, and he basically took our logo, which you'll see the Yaystack logo is a Yay banner. It's a banner that says Yay. Then he wrote a line that we repeat just about every day before they go to school. And the line is this: find a way to be a yay in someone's day today. Find a way to be a yay in someone's day today. What does that mean? It means you're not looking for, most of the time arrows are pointed this way. A lot of me monsters walking around. Hey, what can you do for me? And hey, I'm a human too, But when you can turn that around intentionally and say, how can I help you? If it's like, do you need this trash picked up? Do you need this water refilled? Do you need this help? What does this person need? When you empathize to the level that you're actually like looking back at yourself through the eyes of whoever you're with, I know we're kind of going deep quick, but that's the level of empathy. That's the level of empathy that I'm talking about here. To that depth, or even just very lightly, find a way to be a yay in someone's day to day. Carry that with you. You're always looking to be a yay in someone's day today. Find a way to be a yay in someone's day to day. That's how you live the yay life.
I love that so much. And let's talk one last point, because we have a couple extra minutes, about growth and where you are and moving from, and people that are in a position of growth and people that feel stuck. Like, how do you, we're in masterminds together, and we're the beautiful conscious masterminds, which is huge. So let's talk about community and growth and how important it is with community.
Growth. It makes me think of one of the biggest joy hacks ever, which is to consider the alternative. So let's consider the alternative to growth, that Noelle has made it in every way. Her health can't get any better. Her relationships can't get any better. Her money can't get any better. Her impact can't get any better. She's at the top. She's at the pinnacle. There's no room for growth. How depressing.
And we're here to experience and expand, right?
Because progress equals happiness, right? So if there's no room for progress, there's no room for happiness. Hello. Let's consider the alternative. So in my experience, we all have relationships. Many of them are unhealthy relationships with the gift of the gap between where we are today and where we want to be tomorrow. That's a gift. That's a gift. Honor your gift. Now, close that gap as much as you can, as fast as you can, as well as you can. Take all of your, abilities and all of your focus and, energy and effort to close those gaps. However, there's always a gap between where you are and where you want to be. So have a healthy relationship with the gift of the gap, such that you can be fully alive, fully present, fully joyful. Like your capacity for joy is like this, and it's packed. It's fully packed, but every day it's getting wider and wider, because you're getting wiser and wiser. You're getting closer to the truth. So have a healthy relationship with the gift of the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I've realized my potential to this point, and that I'm just getting started. Started.
We got big things to do, for sure. So one more time about your community and where can they find you on Instagram and all that stuff. I know that you linked, and I'll show it one more time. But it's Trey at Yaystack.co. How about Instagram? And is it just basically
at Yaystack?
Okay.
Yeah. At Yaystack, follow us there. And we're really excited about this Yaystack V3 launch, and we're building this Yaystack elite community where you're getting first access to everything. And so please email me, Trey at Yaystack.co. Just put yay in the subject line if you want to share your name or any other note or whatever, or maybe, a yay in your day, whatever you want. That would be great. But Trey at Yaystack.go, yay in the subject line.
Now, is there anybody that you turned down, or is there any rules for the platform because it's such a conscious community?
We are looking for men and women of excellence, of authenticity, of integrity, that are impact oriented, that truly they're not clout chasers or they're flexers. Let me, tout my stuff. And, we're looking for impact oriented people, that are genuine and authentic, that really are leaving their mark. Like at Yaystack, we're committed to leaving the world better than we found it. And to truly have I've got a yay on my head. Like, let's leave the world better than we've been. Yeah, absolutely. You got it. We sold out, but we're getting more, and I'll get you one. Absolutely.
So you have yay merch too, right?
We do. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
The hats go quick. Yeah.
They do. Do you have hoodies?
We can get some.
Okay. I want a hoodie that says yay, because I say yay all the time. So I love what you stand for. I love who you are, Trey. Thank you for bringing your gifts to the world. You truly, truly, I believe without question in our callings. And I believe that we are connected to
100%.
God's first universe. And when our gifts are never our own, and when they come through us to bring to the world, we change humanity. And I believe that together we rise. And I believe that the platform that you have built is exactly that. It is conscious, it is collaborative, it is a community, it is beautiful, so amazing, and it emanates everything about you. And I am so blessed to be on this journey with you. And we just the beginning, and we have so much to do to change so many lives. But just, one last say that one statement again, because it's pretty powerful.
Find a way to be a yay in someone's day today. It works with my kids, but goodness, is great for adults. It's great for me. Find a way to be a yay in someone's day today. Just ask yourself, how can I be a yay in someone's day today? And always be looking for those opportunities. Albert Einstein was asked, what's the purpose of life? And he said, service. I thought that was a wonderful answer, right? That's what it's all about. Look and find a way to be a yay in someone's day today.
Well, you are my yay today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
you.
I
Same to you.
And I am so blessed to be on this journey. And I'm going to go to Yaystack right now, right after the show and sign up. So I'm so excited.
Let's go.
And I am so proud of you for bringing your gifts to your world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we got more to do. So let's change the world together. Thank you for being here.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Oh, so great. We'll see you soon.
See you, Noelle.
Oh my gosh, guys, what a powerful, beautiful show. He is massively conscious, and it is so incredible. I want to encourage you to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. Yoke attracts yoke, right? And so if you understand your power, and if you understand your depth of your power, and if you understand that your gifts come through you to bring out to humanity, and that is going to be a key component in your life. If you understand that you're spending your time around quality people. I spent a week with, or 72 hours with beautiful, conscious people at this level of Trey's level. And even, it was magnitude of huge high vibrations. Guys, I promise you, the choices that you make in your life are the choices of your happiness, right? So the people you surround yourself with, the communities that you involve yourself in, the fears that you face, everything in your life that you put yourself in a box, I promise that's the constricted energy. That is your ego that is teaching you to stay safe. The more that you expand, and the more that you are present, the more that you are connected to God, source, the universe, your highest self, and your mind-body connection, the more that you can bring your power out to the world. You are more powerful than you will ever know, and you have gifts beyond belief that our society needs you more than ever. I encourage you, if you need support, to please, please, please go, and you can go to noelleagape.com if you want. Here at noelleagape.com, our entire purpose is to truly elevate souls to the highest level of their being. And what we do at noelleagape.com is we change lives, and we elevate people to live in a higher vibration. And there's free activations there's meditations. So if you need anything, please go to noelleagape.com, go to Trey's company, because it is super conscious. Surround yourself with people that are beautiful. Surround yourself with people that are conscious. Surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up, and surround yourself with people that know your worth, because you are beautiful, you are abundant, and you actually are God's source universe in a physical body. It is God living through you, bringing your gifts out to the world, and the world needs us more than ever. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next video.